Hey there, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Cerebral Twists, where we unravel the mysteries of the mind. I'm Dr. Sarcasm, your guide through the labyrinth of human psychology. Have you ever wondered if you might be a narcissist? Or maybe you've suspected someone close to you is one? Well, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and others. Before we dive in, let's quickly recap the key traits of NPD: grandiose sense of self-importance, preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, or beauty, belief in one's own uniqueness and superiority, need for excessive admiration, sense of entitlement, interpersonal exploitation, lack of empathy, envy of others, or belief that others are envious of them, and arrogant behaviors or attitudes. Keep these in mind as we explore this fascinating topic. Let's look at some simple, everyday examples of narcissistic behavior. Your coworker constantly interrupts meetings to talk about their ideas, dismissing everyone else's input. A friend always one-ups your stories, making theirs seem more impressive. Your partner gets upset when you don't praise them enough for doing basic chores. A family member always turns conversations back to themselves, even during your important moments. A classmate takes credit for group project work they barely contributed to. Recognize any of these? They're classic narcissistic behaviors hiding in plain sight. Now, what exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? In simple terms, it's when someone thinks they're super important all the time, needs others to tell them how great they are constantly, and has trouble understanding or caring about other people's feelings. It's like having a friend who always needs to be the star of the show and gets upset when they're not. What causes NPD? Well, it's not just one thing. It's like making a complicated recipe. Some ingredients might come from your genes, things you're born with. Some might come from how you were raised as a kid, and some might come from things that happened to you growing up. We don't know the exact recipe yet, but scientists are working on figuring it out. So, how do you deal with a narcissist in your life? Here are some simple strategies. 1. Set clear rules. Tell them what's okay and what's not okay to do or say. 2. Be boring. Sometimes not reacting to their dramatic behavior can make them lose interest. 3. Find supportive friends. Have people in your life who understand and support you. 4. Keep your distance. If possible, limit how much time you spend with the narcissist. 5. Take care of yourself. Your mental health is important too. Narcissistic personality disorder doesn't just affect the individual, it can have far-reaching consequences. Relationships NPD can lead to toxic relationships, with partners often feeling devalued and emotionally drained. Workplace narcissistic leaders may create hostile work environments, leading to decreased productivity and high turnover. Society. A culture that promotes narcissistic traits can lead to increased aggression, materialism, and a lack of empathy on a broader scale. For example, imagine a family where one parent has NPD. The children might grow up feeling never good enough, potentially affecting their self-esteem and future relationships. While treating narcissistic personality disorder can be challenging, there are options. First, psychotherapy, especially long-term, can help individuals with NPD understand their behaviors and develop empathy. Second, cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can help change negative thought patterns and behaviors. Third, group therapy can be particularly useful in helping narcissists see how their behavior affects others. Remember, the person with NPD must want to change for treatment to be effective. It's like the old joke. How many therapists does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but the light bulb has to want to change. Dealing with a narcissist can be emotionally draining. Here are some specific self-care tips. First, practice mindfulness. Stay grounded in the present moment to avoid getting caught up in the narcissist's drama. Second, maintain a journal. Write down your experiences to validate your feelings and maintain perspective. Third, set aside me time. Regularly engage in activities you enjoy, away from the narcissist's influence. Fourth, seek therapy. A professional can help you process your experiences and develop coping strategies. Finally, join support groups. Connecting with others who understand can be incredibly validating and helpful. It's important to distinguish between healthy self-esteem and narcissism. For instance, someone with healthy self-esteem might say, "I'm proud of my work on this project," while a narcissist might declare, "This project would have failed without me." To put NPD in perspective, let's look at some numbers. Narcissistic personality disorder affects about 1% of the general population. It's more commonly diagnosed in males at about 7.7% compared to females, who are at 4.8%. Interestingly, NPD traits tend to decrease with age, with a significant drop after age 40. Up to 40% of people with NPD also have another personality disorder. These statistics remind us that while NPD isn't extremely common, it's not rare either. It's likely that most of us will encounter someone with narcissistic traits at some point in our lives. Let's recap what we've learned. 1. NPD is a complex mental health condition with specific traits. 2. It affects a small percentage of people but can have a big impact. 3. Dealing with narcissists requires clear boundaries and emotional distance. 4. We all have some narcissistic tendencies. Awareness is key. 5. Self-reflection and support from others are crucial for mental health. 6. NPD can significantly impact relationships, workplaces, and society. 7. Treatment options exist, but the individual must want to change. 8. Self-care is crucial when dealing with a narcissist. 9. There's a clear distinction between healthy self-esteem and narcissism. 10. NPD affects about 1% of the population, with varying prevalence across gender and age. Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD, is a mental health condition where someone thinks they're super important and needs lots of attention. Grandiosity is thinking you're way more important or talented than you really are. Empathy is understanding and caring about other people's feelings. Gaslighting is making someone doubt their own memories or feelings. Love bombing is giving someone tons of affection to control them. Narcissistic supply is the attention and admiration a narcissist needs from others. Remember, understanding NPD can help us navigate tricky relationships and be more aware of our own behaviors. It's not about labeling people, but about fostering healthier interactions and self-awareness. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay awesome. This is Dr. Sarcasm, signing off from another mind-bending episode of Cerebral Twists. Until next time, keep those brain cells buzzing.
Ow.